banjo friends. We are working through our book Getting Started with Clawhammer Banjo, and it's up to the lessons about embellishment. So this is really important. So far we've just been playing everything out of the straight bum-diddy rhythm or single notes as they are. But the fiddlers are playing a lot more notes than that. We got to try to keep up. So one of the ways we do it is by adding more left-hand techniques to try to add more notes to the rhythm. Kind of breaks up the bum-diddy all the time, and it gets more melody notes out. It also makes the melody notes have a different flavor. You could play the melody notes straight, or you could play it with one of these techniques, and it just gives it more flavor. And as you embellish your own pieces later on, you'll make your own decisions about when to add a hammer-on, pull-off, or slide, or whatever else, and it'll give your own sound its own style. So the three things we're going to learn about today are hammer-ons, pull-offs, and slides. Let's get started with the hammer-on. Hammer-on is where you play a melody note with your right hand like normal, but after you make that string ring, you fret a note with your left hand and it adds another note to it. So one motion over here, the other motion's over here, and you get two notes. And if you do the brush thumb right after, instead of be hammer on, brush thumb. Super important. So yeah, just practice that a few times. Or try it on a different string. So I have a little bit of a tune written out here with hammer-ons and without. So I'll show you what that sounds like. Just changes the character of the piece, doesn't it? So hammer-ons, might want to pause it, spend some work on that, try it with different fingers, do it on different strings, because from now on in the book we're going to have hammer-ons a lot. They're really important to get that old-time sound properly. So the next thing is called a pull-off. It's sort of the opposite of a hammer-on. I think a better way to title it wouldn't be a pull-off, but a left-hand pluck. Let me show you what I mean. So after you play a melody note that's held down, excuse me, I'll do 5th fret. You take the finger away, but when you take it away, it actually plucks the string. So the hammer-on started with an open note and then hammered on usually. This starts with a fretted note and then pulls off. So see what I mean? That's the pull-off. It's a nice sound. So hammer-ons and pull-offs, similar vibe, just kind of opposite each other. Practice that a little bit, and you can start putting them in your tunes. So next we have slides. Slides are important because the fiddles don't have frets, so they can slide into notes more easily than we can. And a lot of old traditional banjos didn't have frets either, so it's still kind of part of our style. Basically what happens is you hit a melody note like normal, but after you hit it, you move it to a new place. So again, one motion with the right hand, another motion with the left hand to get both notes. So it'll take you some practice to get the target right, the target of where you're going. And it's okay if the hammered on, pulled off, or slid note is a little bit quieter than the struck note. That's what gives the texture to the piece, but you do want it to be loud enough that it speaks. So there we go, hammer on, pull off, slide. We're about to start applying these in all our tunes, so you want to get the basics under your fingers now before we go on to the other tunes. So yeah, drop me an email if you have any questions. I hope you're having fun with the book, and get to it. Cheers.